So this is going to be the strip down of the Magnifico unit for the cinema room. First thing to come off is the cupboard door and take the two drawers out. I shall do that and then return. Cupboard door with quick release hinges, top drawer and bottom drawer is out. And we're now left with the frame. First things to remove are this front vertical faceplate held in by one cam screw and some dowels for location. Then the second one also held in by a cam screw and dowels. And the third one, cam screw and dowels. And the fourth one, where the door is, held on by two cam screws and dowels. And from left to right, the dowels actually remain in the carcass. But again, from left to right, we have numbered them. Number 1, number 2. This horizontal rail just is simply a push fit, tolerance fit in there. We have number 3, and by default, number 4, but I will write the number on it. Next thing is to remove 2 screws there, 2 screws there, and take off this front rail. Screws are 3 by 25 millimeters. The rail is marked top. You can only go in one way around because of that groove, which has to fit into there, and similarly at the other end. The 4 mentioned screws and a polythene bag taped onto the top. Next thing to come out is this little vertical post. It's a push fit through the plywood and into a groove at the back of this rail. I'll wiggle that out now. And this is it in the process of coming out. It's a tolerance fit and a damn tight one. Needed a couple of clamps to hold the plywood, and that bit of wood is now out. Next thing to come out is this long shelf, and this is simply located fractionally with a little twisty thing up in the top left there that I need to rotate out. So that's it, lift it off, and it's just about ready to come out here. The left hand side comes out first, and that's the little shelf out. The next thing to come off is the back rail, which is simply a push fit into there, and that's what that little swivelly thing does. It holds it in temporarily while we put the shelf in. Everything holds each other in. So that's the back rail out. The next thing is this front rail. This is again just a tolerance fit at either end, so we need to tap it out from the back. So that's the front rail and the back rail both out, resting on top of the shelf at the moment. I'll put those to one side. So now everything's out the way, we can quite clearly see there's 1, 2 little angle brackets, 3 little angle brackets, 4 little angle brackets. And they are used to screw the top on from underneath. So I haven't actually got the top yet, but there we go. Next thing to come out is this cross rail that runs from back to front. Again, that is just a couple of half laps and what have you. It's push fit, so we just got to tap it gently out. So I shall get on with it. So this is the top rail lifted, front to back rail. As you can see, it just fits in, what is it, half tenons? I can't remember what the call is. But there you go, pure push fit. Again, looking at it from the back, this rail, which is actually the centre rail of that tenony bit, there's a couple of screws on either end. We take those out and we remove that rail. That's unscrewed. These screws are 3 millimeters by 5/8 thereabouts. So they come out. I shall put those in a plastic bag and attach them to this rail. Plastic bag and screws duly attached. Okay, it's a massive bag. So the next bit to come out is this bit here. This is now not held in by anything other than one dowel at the bottom of there, so we can just swivel it a bit and take it out. There we see the one dowel and the one dowel hole. A bit of wood at the back is what it rests up against. That's hidden by the drawer though. So I'll put that to one side and carry on. Right, getting a bit bare carcass there. The next thing to come out is this little shelf, which is just simply resting in there. It's a push fit. And there it is, out. Next thing to come off are these two top rails. Yet again, they're just push fits. They need to be tapped out gently in 3 positions: at this end, here, and here. Top rails are out. We should put these somewhere safe. It's marked up as the back. I take them out very gently, because otherwise these little overhangs, the bits that locate down there, are going to shear off. So I got it out okay though. Next thing to come out is my little through connectors. Just 2 screws on the outside. Then this end partition, which has 2 of those cam doodahs in, and it's located by dowels. This full thing is now ready to lift out. It is also just located by dowels, and this full end here is also just located by dowels. This side's going to be up against the wall, so nobody will ever see it. The stone module is out, held in by a couple of 5/8 number 6 screws. Found the best way to release these is to put a block in, put a screwdriver into the cam hole and just tap it gently so it comes off. A couple of wedges, bring it up gently, and you can see the dowels. That's all that holds that on. Centre one, again, a couple of dowels at the back, 3 dowels at the front, tight location into there, all come out nice and gently. And yet again, pulling this end one out, nice and gently, a few wedges, there's like 5 dowels in there. That is the 3 uprights removed from here. Some lovely cricking of wood as it came out, nice tight fit. Don't think that I need to unscrew this fascia bit of wood, because I believe that is attached. So if I just simply unscrew this base bit off the underlying frame, that should suffice. But it's been that long since I've done it, I can't remember. 9 little screws, and yep, I'll put them in a plastic bag. Oh, that's the base. Yes, it did come off with just those screws. I don't need to remove the front frame. And that's the underlying framework where all the wires will go. That's the underlying framework, primarily made out of pine, except for this bit here, which is a bit of beech. You should see that all of these are either beech, this is walnut, and these are oak. Just really an experiment in trying different bits of wood. Walnut again. Well, I've taken it all to bits. All ready for the next stage, which is potentially rebuilding it back in the office one day. Finally, after numerous months, I have a clear workbench. Hurrah! I'll be able to get my chop saw put back up, miter saw even.